Hi everyone, I'm Sarah of Rich Textures Crochet and welcome. Today we are going to be making the Diamond in the Rough headband. The Diamond in the Rough headband is a winter accessory that I've designed. It features a great texture on the front. It is double thick, so it's a little bit warmer than a headband that would be made with a single piece of fabric. It's a double thick headband that is seamed together. It is made using a worsted weight yarn, about 150 yards. Today I will be using Vanna's Choice by Lion Brand yarn. You will also need for this project a 6mm crochet hook, a pair of scissors, and a yarn needle for weaving in your ends, and then of course a copy of the free crochet pattern, which can be found on my blog at richtexturescrochet.com. So now that we have all of our materials together, let us get started. Okay, so welcome back. Today, for this tutorial, I'm going to assume that you already have a basic understanding of crochet, how to do your chain stitches, your single crochets, and so forth. I will be demonstrating how to do more in depth this beautiful texture that is here. I have rated it an intermediate crochet pattern because of the complexity of the stitches, but hopefully with this video tutorial it'll make it all the more easier for you. The headband is worked with a front and a back piece that are separate pieces. It is worked in rows, and then you will be crocheting these two pieces, the front and the back, together at the very end. So for the first thing we're going to do, we're going to be working on the front of the headband, and we are going to start by chaining 12 stitches. So I've made my slip knot, and you are just going to chain 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Once you have chained 12 stitches, you are going to single crochet in the second chain from your hook. So there's 1 and 2. Single crochet in the second chain from your hook, and in the next 2 stitches. So there's 1 single crochet, 2, and 3. So you will have 3 single crochet stitches all together. Now for this next stitch, you are going to crochet what is called a picot single crochet stitch. To make the picot single crochet stitch, you're going to insert your hook in the next chain, and you are going to draw up a loop like you would for a single crochet. Now instead of completing the single crochet, we are going to make a picot, and to do that we are going to chain 1, chain 2, and chain 3. Then we are going to yarn over once again, and we're going to pull the yarn through both loops on our hook. Then for the next stitch, you will kind of push your chain forward, and you will single crochet in the next 3 chains. There's 1, 2, 3. If you look back on your work, you will have this little loop that's kind of sticking out here, this little piece of texture. That is your single crochet, your picot single crochet stitch. Okay, so I've done 3 single crochets, my picot single crochet, and now 3 more single crochets. I'm going to do 1 more picot single crochet. So I'm going to insert my hook in the next chain. I'm going to yarn over and draw up a loop like you would for a single crochet stitch. But instead of completing the stitch, I'm going to chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to yarn over once again and pull my loop through both loops that were on my hook. I'm then going to push that chain forward, and I'm going to single crochet in my last 3 stitches. 1, 2, and 3. So you will have a total of 11 stitches, which includes these 2 picot single crochets that you see here. Okay, and that is row 1. For row 2, you're going to chain 3. In this pattern, your chain 3 will always count as a double crochet, so you will always treat it as a stitch. You'll chain 3 in turn, and then you're going to work 1 double crochet in each stitch across. So yarn over, insert your loop, pull through 2, pull through 2. So work double crochet stitches all the way across. You will have a total of 11. So you're working your double crochet stitches in both your single crochets and your picot stitches. There we go. And don't forget to double crochet in that last stitch. You'll want a total of 11. And then you're going to chain 1 and turn, or turn and chain 1. For row 3, this is where it's going to start to get a little bit more complicated, because on top of these picot stitches, we're also going to be adding fairly simple kind of cable stitches or cluster stitch. What we are going to do is we are going to single crochet in the first stitch. So this is the beginning of row 3. Single crochet in that first stitch. Then you are going to picot single crochet in the next. So insert your hook, chain 1, or pull up a loop, and then chain 3. 1, 2, 3. You will yarn over and pull through both loops on your hook, and then you will push that loop forward, come down, and do another single crochet stitch in the one after. Okay, so you have single crochet, picot, single crochet. Now we are going to work our first front raised triple 2 together stitch. And yes, it sounds complicated. The first ones are always kind of the most tricky ones because you have to do a little bit more counting in order to get your stitch. So these raised triple stitches are going to be worked over top of the double crochet below and into this single crochet row, which is about 2 rows down. So for your first front raised triple 2 together, you're going to yarn over twice like you would for your triple stitch. And then you are going to insert your hook around the post of the third single crochet from row 2 and for the first leg, or sorry, around the second single crochet for row 2, and then around the 5th single crochet in that row after the picot. So you're going to yarn over twice. You're going to bring your hook down in front of your work, and you're going to find that second single crochet there. So we have 1 here and 1 here. And you're going to insert your hook just down there. I'll bring it a little bit closer. And you're going to go around the post of that single crochet stitch. And then you are going to work the beginning of your triple. So then you're going to yarn over and pull through. So you'll have 4 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over and pull through 2 loops, and yarn over and pull through 2 more. So you will be left with 2 loops on your hook. If you look at your work, you will have this raised triple over top. So that's the first leg. Now the second leg is going to be worked on the other side of this picot stitch. So we're going to yarn over twice, and you're going to have your picot, you're going to have 1 single crochet stitch, and then you are going to work the second leg of your triple. Okay, so you've yarned over twice, you're going to work around the post of that single crochet. So you're going to insert your hook, go back around the post like that. You're going to yarn over and pull up a loop. You'll have 5 loops on your hook. You're going to then yarn over and pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 more loops, and then yarn over and pull through the remaining 3 loops that were on your hook. And if you take a look, you now have this raised V here above your picot. And that's the raised front raised triple 2 together stitch. You are then going to, if you take a look at the top of your work, you're going to skip this next single crochet because that's sort of where you worked your front raised triple. And you're going to single crochet in the next stitch. Single crochet in that stitch. You will then work another picot stitch, so insert your hook, drop a loop, chain 3, yarn over, pull through both loops on that hook, kind of push your picot chain forward and single crochet in the next stitch. You will then work one more front raised triple 2 together. Now this one will be a little bit easier to pinpoint where you want to put your stitches because you're going to be working your first leg in the same stitch as the second leg of your last one. So you're going to yarn over twice like you would for a triple, find that same stitch where you worked that second leg of the last, and you're going to insert your hook just under it, just around the post like that, yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and yarn over and pull through 2 more. You're going to do the second leg, which is going to land, you have your picot stitch, then you have 1 single crochet, and your next single crochet here, so the second one after the picot. You're going to yarn over twice, insert your hook around the post of that second single crochet past the picot, yarn over and pull up a loop. You'll have 5 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2 more, and yarn over and pull through 3 loops on your hook. Then to work the next single crochet, you're going to take a look at your work. You have this little one here, and you're going to single crochet in the next stitch. You'll skip the other one. You are then going to work 1 picot stitch. So chain 1, 2, 3, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and then you'll remember your turning chain counts as a stitch, so you're going to single crochet in the top of that turning chain. And that will be your final single crochet of that row. So if you take a look at your work, you have these 2 picots, you have your raised triples going up and over, just like that, and then you have your 3 more picots there on top. So that was row 3. Next you're going to chain 3, and row 4 is another double crochet row. So turn your work, and you're going to double crochet in each stitch all the way across, remembering that that chain 3 counts as a stitch. So once you have double crocheted in each stitch across, you're going to chain 1 and you're going to turn your work once again. So now in row 5 we have another row of these raised triples and these picot stitches. First thing you're going to do is you're going to single crochet in that first stitch. And then you're going to want to work your first raised triple. Now again, it's going to be a little bit easier this time around because you will always be working your front raised triples in the raised triples that are below. Okay, so for this first raised triple, we want to complete this diamond that's going to be here on the outside edge. So what you're going to do is you're not joining them together, so you're just going to yarn over twice. You're going to insert your hook around the post of that same stitch that of the raised triple two together from down below. So insert your hook around the post of that stitch, and you're going to yarn over, and you're just going to complete your triple stitch as you would normally. Yarn over, pull through two, yarn over, pull through two, and yarn over and pull through two more. You will then, looking at the top of your work, skip that next single crochet and work your single crochet in the next stitch, and then you will work a picot single crochet. So insert your hook, pull up a loop, chain 3, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, push your picot forward, and single crochet in the next stitch. Now you will work a front raised triple two together, but you're going to work it in the top of this one and in the top of this one. So for your first leg, you'll yarn over twice, insert your hook down in that same stitch around the post, yarn over and pull up a loop. You'll have 4 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2 more. That's the first leg of the 2 together. Then you're going to yarn over twice, insert your hook around the top or the post of the other cluster below, yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and then yarn over and pull through the 3 remaining loops on your hook. On the top of your work, you'll skip that next single crochet and you'll single crochet in the next stitch. You'll work 1 picot, single crochet, single crochet in the next stitch, and work 1 more front raised triple. Yarn over twice, insert your hook around the post of that same stitch, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and simply complete your triple. And then from the top, you'll skip that next single crochet and you'll work your last final single crochet in that row in the top of the turning chain. Just like that. Take a moment to admire your work so you can see that you have these diamonds now appearing here with these little raised pops of stitches. You will do a double crochet row for row 6, so chain 3, turn your work, and double crochet in each stitch across. All the way across. At the end, you chain 1 and turn, and you'll begin to work row 7. Row 7 is another row of these raised triples and picot stitches. You're going to start by single crocheting in that first stitch, and then you will work 1 picot single crochet. Single crochet in the next stitch. Now front raised triple 2 together, but we remember they're always going to be in the tops of these raised triples down below, so we know where our stitches are. We're going to yarn over twice, insert our hook in the same stitch around the post of the raised triple below, yarn over, pull through 2, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2 more. work the second leg of our stitch around the post of the next triple crochet 2 together, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, 2 loops, and the final 3 loops on our hook. At the top of the work, you'll skip that next single crochet and work a single crochet in the next stitch, picot, single crochet in the next stitch, and work a front raised triple 2 together. Yarn over twice, insert your hook in the raised triple 2 together below, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, pull through 2 loops. Second leg is worked around the front raised triple, the last one. Insert your hook around the post, yarn over and pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through the final 3 loops on your hook. At the top of your work, you'll skip the next single crochet and work a single crochet in the next stitch. You will work 1 picot stitch, and you'll work the final single crochet of the row in the top of that turning chain. Like that. You will then chain 3 and turn. Now for the rest of this headband, you are going to repeat rows 4 to 7. So you're just going to continue this pattern, repeat rows 4 to 7, and then you're going to end with row 4. So it will, at the end, measure to be about 19.5 inches if you're just going to do it by measurements. And you want to end with a row 4, which will be a double crochet row. So continue working on that for rows 8 to 40. Repeat rows 4 to 7, ending with a row 4, and then meet me back here. Okay, so you've worked that pattern until it's about 19.5 inches, and now you're on row 41. You've ended with a row 4, which is your double crochet row, and you're going to chain 1 and turn your work. This row 41 will be one final row of these raised triple stitches, and the difference will be is that you're not going to be working these picot stitches here in between. So you're going to start by single crocheting in the first stitch, and then you're going to work your first raised triple to complete that diamond. You're going to yarn over twice, insert your hook around the post of the top of the raised triple 2 together down below, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, skip the next single crochet and work 1 single crochet in the next stitch, and then 1 single crochet in the next 2 stitches, because you will not be working a picot stitch. A front raised triple 2 together, yarn over twice, insert your hook around the post of the one below, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2. The second leg is worked around the top of the other cluster, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2, and pull through 3. Skip the next single crochet on top and work a single crochet in the next stitch. Work a single crochet in the next 2 stitches, 1, 2, and work your final raised triple around the top of the cluster below. Insert your hook around the post and work a triple crochet stitch. You will then work your final single crochet in the top of your chain 3. Now what we are going to do is we are simply going to seam the 2 ends together. So take your headband and you're going to fold it over just like this. Actually, you're going to do it so that the right sides are together. Okay. with the right sides facing, you're going to fold your headband in half, and you're going to chain 1. You could have fastened off if you wanted to, and then reattach to your yarn. I just kind of like to cheat a little bit. And you're going to hold the 2 ends together, and you're simply working through both thicknesses. So you're going to insert your hook sort of in that first stitch on both pieces of the headband. You are going to single crochet in each stitch all the way across. So working through both thicknesses, single crochet in each stitch all the way across that short end of your headband, and this is going to join them together. Make sure you're always working through both thicknesses. You can make these stitches a little bit tighter to kind of pull it together a little bit closer. Work single crochet all the way across. And your last one. And then you'll fasten off and weave in your ends. You can then turn your headband right side out. Oh, I have a thread there. I'll snip that one off. You'll turn your headband right side out, and you'll see you'll have your seam right here, but it's not too noticeable. And you're going to set that aside, and we will work on the inside piece or the back. Now for the back of your headband, it's going to be very simple compared to the front piece. All you're going to do is make your slip knot, and for the back you're going to chain 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You will then work 1 half double crochet in the second chain from hook, so 1, 2, half double crochet in that stitch, and then in each stitch all the way across. So you will have a total of 9 half double crochets in your chain. Then you will chain 1 and turn, and then simply work 9 half double crochets, 1 half double crochet in each stitch all the way across. And that's all you're going to do for the back of your headband. So you are going to continue making row upon row of half double crochet stitches, and you are going to continue your work until it measures about 20 inches, or else just slightly smaller than the outside. So you don't want to make it larger than the outside of your headband. You want to work it to the 20 inches or just slightly smaller. So continue making those half double crochet stitches, and then after that you're going to fold it over just as you did for the headband, and you're going to make, once again on the inside or on the back, once again make that single crochet seam once you've folded over. So work on that and then meet me back here and we will work on joining it, the two sides together. Okay, so you've worked the outside of your headband and you've seamed it together nicely. You've also done the inside of your headband and you've also seamed it together. For the inside of your headband, you're going to leave it with the wrong side facing out. And for the outside of your headband, the right side will be facing out. To join the two together, all you're going to simply do is take the inside or the back of your headband and lay it into the outside of your headband. If you would like, you can match up the two seams. I think I might do that, of your headbands. So I'm matching the two seams. But you just want to make sure that the back of it is fitting nicely inside, just like that. Then you will take your yarn, and you can start anywhere or on any side. I like to have the right side facing out, or the front facing out. And you're going to join your yarn working through both thicknesses. You're going to join your yarn with a slip stitch. So join your yarn with a slip stitch. Just like this. You are then going to continue working through both thicknesses, and you're going to single crochet 64 single crochet stitches evenly all the way around your headband. Now, if you find that 64 doesn't quite cover it, or maybe it's too many stitches for you, feel free to change the number of stitches that you work with. The important thing is that it's even, and so if you work more or less single crochets than I do all the way around the outside edges, then just make sure you're going to do the same for the other side. So 64 single crochet stitches all the way around the outside of your headband. You want those stitches to be nice and even, and you want them to be fairly close together so that you're not seeing any gaps in the top of your headband. And again, you're going to work those 64 single crochet stitches all the way around, and then you will join with a slip stitch. So once you've worked your 64 single crochets all the way around the top of your headband, you are going to join with a slip stitch in that first stitch, like this, and then you will fasten off and you will weave in your ends. And the top of your headband is then finished. Then what you will do is you will turn your work, and you are going to do the same thing with the other side. So working through both thicknesses, you will take your yarn and you're going to join with a slip stitch. I'm just going to find the end of my yarn here. You're going to join with a slip stitch. Work your first single crochet, and then again working through both thicknesses, work one row, one round of single crochets all the way around the other side of your headband. Once you have gone all the way around with the 64 single crochets, you will come back to the beginning, you will join with a slip stitch and weave in your ends, and you will be finished. Thank you so much for joining me for this tutorial on how to make the diamond in the rough headband. If you enjoyed this tutorial or found it helpful, please give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I like to bring you weekly crochet patterns and tutorials there. Be sure to check out my blog, richtexturescrochet.com, where you will find the full written instructions for this pattern available for free. Thank you so much for joining me, and happy crocheting. Bye.